Hello everyone, welcome back. I wasn't planning on making any Hero Rises videos, truly. There are people who pay attention to more important things like best value in units and where they rank in tiers and all of those things. Personally, I feel like people come to me for the vibes. I'm a vibes guy. I'm in my vibes era. So, I wasn't planning on making a video, but the interim results came out. And you know I gotta weigh in on that. You know I have to, right? Well, let me tell you something. Stop voting for her. I'm not gonna pull on that banner. Stop trying to sabotage my free-to-play plus year, okay? Just stop doing it. Ugh. Listen. I was fully prepared to come on here and say, hey, what do you guys think you're doing? Right? What do you think you're doing? Nah. But I'm not. Do you know why? Do you know why I've never been prouder of all of you? Well, that's not true. I'm mostly at my proudest of you when you correctly guess the Choose Your Legends winners, which you've done basically 2 years in a row now. Big Bro is very proud. No, I am second most proud of you right now. There is not a single standard hero in the interim results. Not one. Now, there's a couple reasons why maybe that could be the case. One, which I'm going to choose to believe, you all have finally decided to listen to me and forego the memes after years of me preaching this to you. Right? Or there were quite literally just so many good options released in the last year or so that it's hard to mess it up at this point. Yeah, it could be that one, but I'm gonna choose to believe that y'all have taken my words to heart finally. All of these are really good options. Honestly, there's some that are a little surprising. I don't see Sonya. I was kind of hoping to see Sonya, personally. But I see a lot of hits, ones that I've mentioned in streams, because I don't know if you've known, I've been live a lot in the last week or two. I've been putting out a lot of videos. I gotta chill. But people have been asking me like, hey, Hero Rises, you gonna talk about it? What's your take? Yada yada, right? I always just say, don't vote for anything in the normal pool. That stuff's gonna show up more frequently than you think. It's just FOMO and panic telling you that you're never gonna get that last standard pool merge that you need. And number two, vote for something that would benefit the majority of the player base. Those are my only guidelines, really, when it comes to a Hero Rises, because that's the purpose, what it's supposed to do. And this is what happened in the very first Hero Rises. I remember echoing the words of one Sage Master back in the day. Okay? Legendary heroes are really powerful, and how dare they introduce that kind of power creep? I'm paraphrasing. We should all be able to have one. Let's all vote for Legendary Egg, right? And then I think that's when Iz realized that we as a community could actually come together. And then they started putting like voting gauntlets and stuff into place in subsequent years later. Maybe not directly the very next year, but you get my point. We have all collectively come together here and chosen some of the best possible options that were released in the last year or so. And frankly, everybody's a winner on this one. Now, some have more versatile uses than others. But the majority here looks like fodder, merge, utility, right? And I would expect, personally, this is just commentary, not an endorsement, that we're probably going to see more rearmed and attuned encouragement in this last uptick in the last few days after the update announcement that they released last night, which is basically that rearmed and attuned heroes are kind of getting a buff in terms of accessibility of things like echo skills in combination with things like rearmed weapons and such. So I would maybe see an uptick in that, but even if not, you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Some of these units are just good. Some are good for fodder. Some are good for both. Some are good for certain game modes. Some are good for scoring. You know, it's just I think it's a dub. I think it's a dub no matter what, bro. Like, yeah, there are some more optimal picks than others, right? Some are slightly more situational than others, but ultimately, I think that what we're looking at here is just really good stuff, and I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that. So hats off to you guys. Now, the other reason why I advocate for just good stuff and not selfish picks like individual merges on projects that you've had for the last 2 years or something crazy like that. The bracket of it all. Eventually, these, more than likely, will be your candidates for top 8. That top 8 will go into a voting gauntlet where the most popular versus the least popular are pinned against one another until we have a top 4. That top 4 will go on to form the inevitable Hero Rises banner, with only the winner being free. So there is a fair amount of RNG still kind of happening here, you know? So don't make it harder on yourself by voting in stuff that absolutely needs to be knocked out first round to guarantee a banner that's genuinely worth pulling on, which, you know, occasionally they put out some rough ones or ones that have very hit or miss potential, you know? So this, I think, is the foundation. This has the foundation of really good stuff. And I'm really happy overall with what we got working here. So hats off to you all. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with this. I'm very proud of you, and no one can take that away from you. Anyway, remember to go vote. New votes just went live. I think it's day 4. Yeah, go check that out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Just a quickie little update for you. Even though I've already put out 2 videos today. That's insane. I'll see you in the next one.